Hey! Happy New Year's Eve! Yay! How are you doing, everybody? Okay, so today I wasn't actually going to. I'm just going to get rid of that. It's popped up on there. I wasn't actually going to do a video today. I wasn't going to do a live today. I was sort of taking the day off as it were, but given that so much stuff is coming up, I think, isn't it, at the moment, I thought, right, no, I'm going to just jump in anyway. So if you are here live, please just come in, say hi, see how are you doing, let me know that you are here, put any comments in, and if you're catching up on replay, which I know a lot of you do later on, okay, so I'm not sure who's live. So today we are going to talk about your beliefs. And stuff has come up, I think, with some of my clients in the last week. So I wanted to actually talk about those today, and we're going to actually leave them behind today. Hey Hazel, lovely to see you. So this is all about your beliefs and how they are stopping you achieving your vision and your desires. Now, the weird thing is, isn't it, that we probably do know deep down that it's our beliefs that are keeping us stuck, that are keeping us poor, that are, that they make us ill, that it fills us with that fear, etc. And yet we still kind of hold on to them. So I'm going to just give you a little bit of, the foundation stuff on beliefs today, and then we are going to get rid of them. So all too often, it's really our unconscious beliefs about money, or our ability to earn money, success, love, being healthy, etc., that actually holds us back. So today we are going to leave all of that behind. We're going to leave it all behind. So just to give you a little bit of the stuff underneath, that we actually attach a meaning to every single experience that we've got. Whatever circumstances are appearing in your life currently are actually being generated by your unconscious mind, your belief system in your unconscious mind. And you can't actually move forward, literally, you can't move forward and step into your potential, your true potential, and that's your earning potential or your success potential, or whatever potential it is that you want to get or want to live out. You won't get it until you start unpacking those unconscious limiting beliefs that you've got. And these limiting beliefs we have built up since we were small. They are just the stories. They're just the stories that we've heard. They're a particular thought that we've chosen to take on as true. And we then think it over and over again until we start believing it. Now, it's whether we've heard it on TV, whether it's from what someone else has told us, one way or another, all of our beliefs come from others. Your parents, your family, your friends, the teachers that you had. We first hear it said by other people, then we start having that thought ourselves. And the moment that we believe what we've heard, then voila, it goes into our unconscious, and it will then start playing out in your life. We start to look for evidence to support the belief. And this belief then runs on an automatic program. We project it out, and we continue to then start proving it to be true in our life. Because obviously we can't disagree with ourselves, can we? It's something that we've chosen to believe ourselves. And I'm going to give you an example of this, because this is the one that's sort of come up at the moment for some of my clients. Let's just say you've got a belief. Your belief is that you struggle to lose weight and keep it off. Let's just use that one as the example for the moment. Now that belief, yeah, great. It is a wow in a minute, Hazel. Yeah, we're gonna nail these today. We're gonna nail them. So let's just think about that. If you think to yourself, if you're believing that you struggle to lose weight and keep it off, then that belief will stop you keeping the weight off, no matter what you do. you then start having more and more thoughts added to that. So let's just say you then start thinking, it must be my metabolism. You know, that's what makes it so difficult for me to keep the weight off. Or, you know, I've tried loads and loads of diets, but none of them work. Or I lose the weight and then in no time at all, I put it back on again. Or the great one is things like big bones run in our family, so I'm never going to be slim. Or all my family are overweight, it's a family thing. Can you see there how you then start adding those extra thoughts? No matter what you then do, no matter what you do, you'll still be pulled back to that belief. And you don't always know, it's not as obvious. You know, your beliefs aren't kind of as obvious as that. You don't always know it's your beliefs that are actually holding you back. But they stop you achieving what you want. They, you know, if it's about, like I said, you know, being healthy and fit and at your perfect weight, or attracting your dream clients, getting the money that you want in your life. You know, you don't always know it's your beliefs, but that is what it will come down to. And the evidence will be in your reality. So what's your reality? What's the results now saying about what you believe? This is how we're going to start, you know, getting to the core of what your beliefs actually are. Because they're not, you know, you don't have them kind of written on your head going, you know, this is what I believe. It's not as blatantly obvious as that. So we need to have a look at what the results that we're getting is really saying about what we believe. Because the crux of it is what you think is what you become. You know, you keep yourself small through fear. You keep, you know, it's the stories that you're telling yourself that are keeping you small. And the more and more proof you start seeing, you know, with your results, the stronger you will reinforce that belief. The stronger you believe, your belief is that it's true. And the stronger your belief is there, the more and more you keep on telling yourself and you keep adding those thoughts. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So, you know, it kind of like, you know, whatever your results are is what the beliefs are, and what the beliefs are is then what your results are. And round it goes in a bit of a spiral. And like I said, it will also throw up other thoughts too that are then based on that belief. Let me know if any of this, yeah, great, I'm so glad. I was just about to say, let me know if any of this is resonating with you and that you can start to see where it can be happening for you. You know, so think about this in another way, another example. If you've got a belief that something is too good to be true, and this is a common one, you know, we kind of, if we start having a really great streak, we start suddenly having a really, you know, we're really happy and everything's going really well. Actually, if we've got a deeper seated belief that, you know, something is too good to be true, then that's when we start self-sabotaging. The unconscious mind will start playing some other thoughts, you know, like, oh gosh, you know, when I feel this happy, I know that something bad is going to happen. I've got to make the most of this because it's not going to last. Or, you know, good things don't usually happen to me, so something bad must start following. You know, or if it feels too good to be true, it probably is. So you can see there how the underlying belief is then backed up by our other thoughts. And it's what you choose to focus on then. You know, because what you choose to focus on will start growing. You know, whether it be worry, if it's, you know, if you're focusing on worry or, you know, self-doubt or anxiety or guilt, the more you focus on those, the more they will grow. You get what you focus on. So life is a mirror, and, you know, it literally reflects back to us what it is that we believe. So what it is that we're thinking, those thought patterns, you know, that's what shows out in our reality. All your limitations are just a reflection of you. I'm reading your mind. Okay, what's coming up for you, Hazel? What is coming up for you as we're doing this? It'll be really good to sort of start making a couple of notes as to what's actually coming up. Because it is, this is the stuff that is happening. What you're seeing in the outside is that reflection of what your strongest belief actually is. And we then cap ourselves to that limit. It happens with money. Money's a particular one. That is, we then cap ourselves because, the belief is that we can't earn anymore. So we then put all of the other thoughts on top of that to reinforce that belief. Whatever results you are getting, whatever results you're getting, whether that's good or bad, whether it's rich or poor, whether it's positive or negative, always remember that your outside world is just a reflection of your inner world. So if things aren't going well for you on the outside, it's because of what you are thinking on the inside. It's what's going on in your inner life. So, again, for instance, another one about money, because the money is a big one. Oh, hey, Michelle, lovely to see you here. So money's a really big one on your belief system. So let's just say, if we're talking about, so you can't have the belief that the only way you can receive more money is through working harder and longer hours, and then receive cash coming to you from all different places that you've never expected. It doesn't work like that, because the belief that you have, so if your belief is, I've got to keep working harder and longer hours to get more money, if that's what your belief is, then you are blocking yourself from all of the other ways that money can present itself to you. From coming from all different sources. Your own limiting belief then projects out, and it then comes back to you. Now, one thing you've got to remember is your thoughts have no power on their own. Your thoughts don't have, without the energy of your belief system that's behind it. And then what actually happens is then, our response is determined by what that thought actually is. So, when we're actually thinking to ourselves, that we're not good enough, that we can't earn any more money, and we let those little niggly voices come into our mind, that, people won't be able to afford me, they're not going to want what I've got, they won't pay in full, I'm not going to make any sales, for instance. You project that out. It's unconscious, it's an unconscious process. But, this unconscious process is down to your beliefs, and you then start attracting more and more of the bit that you've got your focus on. So this is where I'm saying, look at the evidence, look at your results that you're getting to tell you what your beliefs actually are. So what are the results that you're getting in your life right now saying about what you believe? Because like I said, they're not always as obvious as, it written down for you. You've sometimes got to really peel off those onion layers and to get to the deeper level to find out what your belief actually is. What's your limiting belief? What are you thinking on the inside? And then you're reflecting it out into the outside. And then you're bringing that reality to you. Because the point is there, you can't reach your goal. If you've set yourself goals, and I'm going to be doing I've done some of my brainstorming and my goal setting and my reflecting, and I've done all of that over the last week. I'm going to be doing my vision board this afternoon to do that. But it comes down to your belief. So my big goal for 2021 is that I want a £100,000 launch. Now, the point is there, so you set that as a goal, and I really will encourage you, and for those of you that are on my program starting next week, I'll be encouraging you to really start thinking big. Yay! Yoo-hoo! absolutely, Michelle. You know, we've got to start thinking big. Now, the point is, if you want to reach your goals, then you can't spend the next kind of 30 days, 60 days, 90 days opposing what you want, you know, thinking that you can't get it, that it's not going to happen, that you're not good enough to get it. You've got to believe 100%. You've got to do whatever it takes to stay in alignment with what you've asked for. You've got to feel like it's already happened. You've got to believe that it's a done deal. Brilliant, Michelle. Get doing your vision board. Yeah, we'll share those in the group, shall we, next week? That'd be brilliant. But yeah, you've got to actually believe in it. You really have. You've got to believe that 100%. And if you don't, what is it that's coming up? What is that underlying belief that you've got instead? So like I said, my big goal is a 100k launch. I absolutely believe 100% that I'm going to achieve that goal. And then I've started working backwards to plan out how I'm going to achieve it. So I teach that in the Mega Success Mindset Accelerator, how that we do that. You know, we set that big goal, we work backwards and we map it out. Because, you know, you really can't move forward. You can't move forward and step into your true potential if you are still surrounded by the old crap that's in your mind. So if you are going to be successful in creating the life of your dreams, the life you want, you've got to believe that you're capable of making it happen. Now, the great news on all of this, because maybe some stuff's coming up for you, and I'd love to know if there's anything coming up for you as we're talking about this today. If it's resonating with you, please pop it in the comments. And the great news is, because these beliefs are based on stories, they are based on stories that you've just overheard. You know, they could have just been a little flippant comment. But, you know, it's one of those that they keep on going. You keep on saying them to yourselves. And guess what? They then come out. So, but because they are stories, and they're based on very flimsy stories, let me tell you, you can get rid of them too. And the first way is to start becoming aware of what they actually are. And then you can start dismantling that belief. So again, if you want to actually, I kind of go in with a two-pronged effect. So again, in my program, or on my one-to-ones, you know, we go through identifying what the belief actually is, but we also work on what the negative emotions are that are backing those up as well. And, you know, if you want to actually do work at the deeper level and you want to work with me one-to-one, then my one-to-one sessions include timeline therapy to remove those beliefs and the negative emotions at the deeper level. So just getting in touch if that's something that you're interested in. Hey Lynn, lovely to see you. So, okay, here's a task for you to do. Like I said, it can be a little bit tricky. It can be a bit tricky to, first of all, to know what your beliefs actually are. Because you think it's true rather than just a belief. You know, it's ingrained. It's ingrained in there. So it's not going to be you going, oh, brilliant, Hazel. I am so excited to be working with you next year. I really am. You know, for all my ladies that are in the program, I've gone through with them the, obviously all of the information that you've sent to me, and God, you know, it's one of those you think, we are going to have a ball, and I can't wait to take you to that next level. All of you have got great goals, and we are going to take you to that next level, and I'm so excited for that. Okay, so going back to a little task for you to do. Like I said, it's sometimes a bit tricky to know what your beliefs actually are, because you believe it's true. So you don't believe it's a belief. So what I want you to do, we're going to get our unconscious mind working a little bit for us. Our unconscious mind loves direction, and it loves a specific task to do. Hey, lovely lady. Hey, Rowena. Lovely to see you. So what I want you to do is when you go to bed at night, I want you to give your unconscious mind a task to do. Like I said, your unconscious mind is the bit that, you know, it does all the work for us. It does all the work for us, and it loves direction. It loves to be instructed specifically. So you are going to give your unconscious mind a specific instruction tonight. And do it each and every night, because you know what, I want you to start building this one up. So you are going to instruct it with, show me my beliefs clearly one by one so I can become aware of each and every one. So you're going to actually ask it. You're going to actually go to bed and say, show me my beliefs clearly one by one so I can become aware of each and every one of them. And let your unconscious mind go to work at night. And then the next day, you're going to make a note. What has come up for you? And ask yourself, what is it that I believe about my ability to achieve my dream, my vision, my goal? And then you're going to just start asking you're going to really start quizzing yourself then to say, you know, well, what will that belief, when I've written it down, is that belief going to assist me to get what I want? And then you're going to really look at those beliefs. You're going to ask yourself, are those beliefs actually true? You know, where has it come from? And then you're going to look for the counter evidence. So if you kind of go, oh, do you know what? I'm not an expert. I'm no good at what I do. I'm not good enough. Then you're going to look at, well, actually, what does the evidence say? Well, actually, you know, I've got 20 years experience in what I do. Write it all down. What's that counter evidence? Now here's the fun bit. Here's the fun bit. When you've written down what your belief actually is, you're going to literally go through them one by one, crossing them out and actually saying, this is not true. I am letting it go. I'm leaving it behind in 2020. And actually, if you really want to, you can burn the damn thing as well. You know, so write down all of those beliefs that you've got, one by one, and then you're going to put a line through them and say, I am leaving these behind in 2020. And then you're going to write out a new belief. What is it that you want to believe instead? And I want you to, you know, when you know, if you ever had lines at school and you wrote it, you had to write them all out. I want you to now pick a belief that you are going to believe instead, and you're going to write it out at least 10 times. Really recite that to you, you know, instead. So I am good enough. You know, what is the belief you want to take on instead? Write it out 10 times. Keep on saying it to yourself, because that's the only way you've got the limiting belief in the first place, is by keep repeating it over and over and again to yourself. So you're going to do this with your new belief instead. Repeat it over and over. Stick it next to your computer. Stick it, you know, wherever you're going to see it. Keep on repeating that new belief over and over again. And then you're going to, you know, stay aware of your other beliefs. You know, whatever comes up. So, you know, put your unconscious mind to work each night. Let it tell you, show me my beliefs. You know, if you're starting to say things like, I think this, or I believe this, then they're a good clue that that is a limiting belief. So again, keep on writing them down as they appear. Ask your unconscious mind at night, write it down in the morning. What was those beliefs? What is my belief about my ability to achieve my dream? Write it, keep writing it down. Okay, and if you would really like to work with me in 2021 to get rid of those limiting, you know, the limiting beliefs, those limitations, anything that's been holding you back, then please do get in touch. I would love to work with you in 2021. I am really excited for my the accelerator program that starts next week. Oh, so excited. So do get in touch if you would like my help either on a one-to-one basis or within my program. There is still time to get in if you wanted to join it for next week. Have a wonderful new year, everybody. I know it's going to be very, very different this year. I suspect that all of us are pretty much in tier 4. So, yeah, it's kind of like a watch a movie and chill out on the sofa, I think, isn't it, for the end of 2020. But let's get ready to blast 2021. You're going to absolutely nail it in 2021. So get in touch if you would like my help in supporting you to achieve your dreams and moving yourself forward next year. And, do let me know what your biggest takeaways of today's session were. I love to hear from each and every one of you. So, don't be afraid to send me a message and let me know what your biggest takeaways are. Oh, Happy New Year to you, Michelle. Oh, and to you, lovely lady, Hazel. So excited for next year. Have a lovely evening, whatever you do, guys, and I'll see you in 2021. See you soon.